Good morning, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the Overtaxed Taxpayer channel this Monday morning, about 8 o'clock. I'm heading to work. Hey, please hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and then there's a bell. It'll notify you every time I put out a video. Hit that bell. Anyway, I wanted to talk about morality, and I wanted to talk about it in the context of flow. Morality normally flows from the leaders. People's morality normally flows down from their leaders. For example, and I know I might be oversimplifying it, let's say you have a department at work and you just have a leader there that just doesn't really care much, plays around a lot. That morality, that sense of workmanship is going to flow down to his teammates, the people that he is supposed to be supervising, leading. They're going to follow his lead. The same thing with government officials. Now, I'm not saying every person is susceptible to this flow down of morality. I think most people, like myself, have it embedded in their hearts. And I'm not talking a workmanship morality. I'm just talking about a morality in general. Normally in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Recently there was an uproar to pretty much punish somebody, hold them accountable for a crime that was accused of them. And the mantra that was coming out of Washington, most of the mantra was basically, hang him. He should pay. He should pay regardless of evidence. And that morality flowed down to many of the people that we see around us. I hate to bring up Germany and Nazi Germany times. Many of those people before those times in Russia would never have thought to kill millions of Jews, millions of their own people. Morality flowed down from their governments. And many thought it's acceptable because what the government tells me is the truth. Government would never lie. And I'm not saying everybody in Germany did this, but many did. Coming back on this side of the pond, morality can also be gotten from pop culture. For those who don't know what pop culture is, or are too young to ever have heard of the term, it's basically Hollywood, radio, teen magazines. That's pop culture. MTV, the music awards, and that sort of thing. People tend to get their morality from pop culture. Before the advent of television, most men and women dressed appropriately. I would tend to say it was more so on the side of conservative, extreme conservative, you know, button up the collars and everything all the way, hats and whatnot. But pop culture has convinced many of the people how to dress. And they dress appropriately to what they see on Instagram and Hollywood and whatnot. So when the government wants to sway its people, They realize that people will follow their government. Most people. And when they're having a difficult time, they will convince pop culture to help out. Pop culture is very convincing. Get on television and the news media outlets on television, the late night talk shows, you know, those comedians. They're telling you it's okay. It's okay to punish somebody, even though there's no evidence against them. And pretty soon, the polls. That's another way of convincing the people that they are on the wrong side. The fake polls. Hey, this poll says you're wrong. What's wrong with you? You can see how society can fall very easily, utilizing news media outlets, fake polling, pop culture, and ultimately where it all flows down from is government. It is not okay to be accused. How would you like it? And then having to fight your way out towards innocence. You should be presumed innocent first. You shouldn't have to prove your innocence. That's the beauty of it. You should not have to prove in this country your innocence. In this country, you have the right to presume that you are presumed innocent. And the accuser needs to prove that you are guilty. That's how it is. You are presumed innocent until proven guilty. I'm just not making that up. But over the last 2-3 weeks, parts of our government, with the help of pop culture and the news media outlets, convinced half our population that proven guilty does not need to take place. They convinced half our population that you are guilty before innocence. It's pretty sad. And it goes to show you a roadmap. It really does. It goes to show you how fast our country can fall. How fast people can be convinced. Throw a couple of polls out there to convince them that, hey, you're on the losing team. You need to get out and vote for this person. Or most of the country thinks that we should believe the accuser at all times. You're on the losing team. What's wrong with you? Goes to show you how easily Germany fell. Because I'll say it again, most morality flows down from the leaders that you follow. Have a good day.